one here. Canada actually started out in Group A today here and won that one 82-63. Another thoroughly professional performance from the land of emerging basketball talents and teams. And, well, we also watched Latvia fall in a thriller here in another group to Senegal. So here are the standings in Group A. Canada and France at the top, Korea and Greece at the bottom. Greece falling yesterday to Canada. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by a Canadian, Shona Thorburn, who also happens to live in France. So she has a special interest in this one, just like these people, in terms of, you know, you don't want to make any enemies living in France, do you? You have to say nice things about them. And you play against a lot of these players. Some of them are your teammates. It should be a good game tonight. Shona, we're hoping that Greece will play a little bit better than they showed yesterday against your country. Yeah,
you know, I was a little disappointed with the way that Greece came out. I was expecting more from them, more heart, more fights. I understand if you miss shots, but I mean, they just kind of gave up after about the first quarter, I want to say. And I think they're a lot more talented than that. You know, we saw them last summer at Eurobasket, and there's a reason why they got here. And it's because they had big wings, they executed, and they played well. So it's disappointing a year later when I think they went up, obviously, against a very good Canada team that offensively and defensively were kind of clicking on all cylinders yesterday. So it makes it difficult. But then again, guys, you're at the World Cup. Where's your fight? And I was missing that from a Greek team that over the years, anytime you watch them, maybe their record isn't great, but they've always fought.
Well, couldn't have said it any better myself. I did think there was an issue of some athleticism, perhaps, maybe a little bit of size. But overall, it just wasn't a very good performance. And while they had spells of good play, nothing really that they were able to sustain. So, a lot to prove for Greece. And France, what is it, dating back to 1953. That's the last time they got to the podium of a Women's World Cup. They finished third. So in the modern era, I guess they haven't gotten to the podium. And it's kind of odd considering how good they've been, especially the last, 10 years, even 15 years, 16 years.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, whenever you think of France, you kind of think about that 2012 miracle that they had, making it all the way to the final, coming home with the silver medal at an Olympics, and then so you expect them to build on that, and they didn't in Turkey in 2014. In Rio, they fell short of the podium again. They did beat Canada in the quarterfinal, but when you think of France basketball, you always think of them as a contender for a medal, and really, you know, doing our research before this, they haven't. So I know, living in France, I always hear a lot of chatter, and this team definitely has high hopes. So let's see if they can come out, win their second game in a row, give themselves more momentum as this tournament goes on.
They've certainly done it. The Eurobasket women, they've had more success, but we are going to have a pause in playing of the national anthem, starting with Greece.
France.
France and Greece getting ready to trade blows. A matchup where we've had some good games, but France have, over the years, finished better off in these, winning more times than, what was it, the last 9 meetings they've overcome these Greeks.
They have.
In competitive action. Well, these are the gentlemen who get the call tonight. Gentle ladies. Antonio Conde in the middle, Amy Bonner on the right, Juan from China
from USA,
on the left.
Su Duan from China, and the commissioner, Mr. Nasheed Mesoudi from Algeria.
So Greece, somebody else other than Avina Maltzi has to step up tonight. Perhaps Maria Fasula, who showed some signs of being a factor last night against Canada. Pavlopoulos gets to start tonight. Spanu, Kaltsidou, and Fasula in the starting lineup. So, you know, in Greek terms, 2 twin towers. And for me, you know, you talk about Maltzi, but you need Stella Kaltsidou to step up. And she didn't step up last night. And, you know, she has as much knowledge, having played all this time in France in her career, as she's played for the big clubs like Bourges, and she's been on the big stage before. So she's a candidate to step it up. For France, who are you looking for tonight?
I mean, obviously, Marine Johannes. She's one of the most spectacular female basketball players there is right now in the game, in my opinion. And she's still growing, and you see that. No surprise here. We have Ikupa starting, Endy Miam, Sandrine Gruder, Marine Johannes, and Deandra Chachong. I still think this game is all about this player right here. 19 points yesterday, 58% shooting. She's just exciting. You know, as our partner commentator over on the other side said, I would pay money to see her play. That is how exciting she is. So I think she's going to show up. She's going to be very hard for this Greek team to stop. They got to find a way if they want to have a chance to win. Let's put it that way.
Very important for Greece to control tempo in this game, to spread it out, but they've got to box out tonight. They got to keep France off the boards, something they did not do against Canada. Karamidas got his work cut out for him tonight.
But like you said, I mean, Maltzi played in Bourges, might even have a EuroLeague title actually with them. So these two teams, they do know each other.
Donc on lui passe la balle ici et on va chercher le pic là pour dégager pour 1 contre 1. Et derrière le 2, 5, 1, 2. Allez, allez!
Well, so they're going to run 5, 1, and 2. You pick that up.
So Valerie Garnier still at the helm of this France national team. They have a devoted following in France. They always have a good crowd that play.
The Federation actually does a very, very good job, as soon as the team knows where they're going, what's happening, you can go on their website and they put a package together for fans to come, and that's why you do see them sitting all together. They travel all together. They know each other. You know, they're Le Bleu fans.
Yeah, they're very colorful group.
There you go. Now we see them. They're ready for the game to start.
I guess it does speak to the capabilities of Kaltsidou and Maltzi in their careers that they played at Bourges, one of the historic clubs
in Europe, in European women's basketball.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Everyone has heard about Bourges if you follow women's basketball, absolutely. Stella also playing EuroLeague with Villeneuve Dask, I believe. I mean, they have been around, let's put it that way.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Tenerife, Spain, the Canary Islands. Off the west coast of Africa, it's the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup, and France against Greece. And Chatouan starts things off. Well, wide open three, not what Greece wanted to see.
No, I mean, obviously you're thinking about Sandrine Gruda, Marion Johannes, and Chatouan starts it off with a wide open three, and she makes it. Chatouan is also a product of the Bourges basket. She, played there the last few years. She has signed with another team in France, Montpellier, for this upcoming season, but spent the last 4 years in Bourges.
Okay, so Maltzy gets her first shot up, and Chatouan grabs the rebound. Chatouan. Now Miam, there's from a Bourges player. And Johannes spins, gets it to Miam. And Chatouan on the baseline. Now Gruda. And Chatouan again gets in there. She's doing a little bit of everything right now. You're going to give a team 2 or 3 chances every time down. You're going to get burned. And Pupa misses, and finally Miam puts it in. And again, the inability to get a rebound costs Greece.
You give up 3 offensive rebounds in 1 possession, obviously the other team is going to score.
Nice drive from Pavlopoulou. Pupa slips down, but keeps her dribble. Chatouan drives into Kalsidou, and then reaching in, Pavlopoulou takes it. Now Maltzy pulls up on 3. Good! Tie game. Talking about worth the price of admission, folks. Even at 39 years of age. Now Miam answers with a 3.
And if you are just new to the women's game, Ivana Maltzy is someone who you need to Google because her CV is enormous. We could spend 2 hours talking about her.
Player they desperately like to get going, Spanu. Fasula gets blocked. Maltzy gets it, and knowing the time was about to expire, gets rid of it quickly. So back to a 1-point game. Johannes. Fasula goes up, and this time does box out and brings it down with one hand. That's a great rebound. That was a great block from Gruda. And
that was an even better make.
I mean, Maltzy had the awareness to get it off quickly.
And the ability.
Yeah.
Not just awareness. I mean, the ability to get it off and actually shoot it well enough for it to go in. I mean, I could have thrown that up.
True.
Don't know if it would have gone in, is what I'm saying.
Well, she's looking forward to the challenge of facing France. Oh, Kalsidou has her pockets picked. Chatouan is going to be lighting up the score sheet tonight. The box score, another 3 for Chatouan. And you just simply cannot turn the ball over if you're Greece. I mean, you have to play in your perfect game, really. And we singled out Kalsidou as a player who has to come out and play big tonight.
And she's a little bit too experienced to just turn the ball over like that.
Maltzy in the lane. And again, it's the temptation is to go to Maltzy every time down the floor, but others have to step up. And there, Johannes gets it inside to Miam.
And that's kind of the little why you would pay for a ticket to see Johannes. She's just exciting. Even her passes to wide open people become exciting.
Fasula. think having the shot blocked 2 possessions ago led to a rather awkward attempt on that one. Johannes. Well, this time she doesn't finish, and now Maltzy on the break. She gets it to Spanu, and she gets rejected by Chetwan, who's just doing everything.
She has already filled the stat sheet. A steal, a made basket, offensive rebound, a block.
I mean, that was a good pass. And it's a great block. She has... She's already looking for her efficiency. We don't have to run her, do we?
2 for 2, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block shot. She does have a turnover. Why'd she do that? She just ruined it. She'd be perfect right now.
Well, Gruda scores that one. And now Chetwan again takes it away from Kautsidu. And good hustle back from Maltzy. Now they'll get something 4-on-2. Fasula. Well, that was all Adina Maltzy. I mean, what can you say? She hustles back, gets the steal, and then breaks and makes the perfect pass.
And I don't know if it's, you know, after the embarrassment of the Canada game or a pep talk.
Johannes for 3. The problem is they're getting open looks.
They are. This French team is talented enough that if you give an open look, it's an automatic point. But I do feel, compared to yesterday, Greece has a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk. And maybe it's because they are playing France, and it's a, you know...
European rivalry. Yes. Fasula, beautiful find.
She was actually one of the bright spots, I thought, from their game yesterday against Canada. There weren't a lot to pick out after the game, but if I could say anything, it would have been her performance.
But right now, Greece have 11 points due to the sheer brilliance of Maltzy. She's involved in every play.
And
so,
she knows she has to be like that.
She's going to have to sit down eventually. You know, and this is the problem. Everybody, somebody else has to step up. Sarah Michel's going to come in for France. And
Alex Duché.
Alex Duché, okay, so...
And you see Ipupa going off there. She is wearing a brace on her left knee. And, you know, I know her well. I've played against her lots. I've seen her lots. She doesn't look like herself to me. She's not quite moving with the same quickness as you normally. You notice that as well?
Yeah, she should be the fastest.
So I think something's bothering her. And I'm going to guess it's the brace in the knee.
Oh, they had it defended, but the ball ended up going all the way down to Sarah Michel. Duché hands it off to Mian. And, boy, Greece almost gave away another offensive board. Pavlopoulou. Back outside to Fasula, to Maltzy. Takes a very difficult shot and almost made it. Duché. And she misses everything. And again, Greece don't pick up the ball.
And we saw Greece yesterday really struggle to try and box out Canada. And clearly it's something that they haven't fixed for today's game, because we already see France with 4 offensive rebounds only 7 minutes into this game.
Well, we're going to get an earlier look tonight at Cosma, Aphrodite Cosma. She didn't come until late last night. And she has to go up against Siak. And she fouls her. Siak just checking the game as well. No shortage of size for France. I mean, it's Chetwan has that.
She's long. She plays.
She can play what, 4 positions? She could play center if she had to, couldn't she? She's really more of a.
I would say she could play 2-3-4. I would. If I was a GM and I needed to sign a player, I would sign her as a 3-4.
Right. When you're trying to advertise your skills as GM, people don't. Why not?
Why not? I mean, you know, Montpellier did sign her as a 3-4, and the GM of that team is Edwidge Lawson-Wade, former
France point guard.
Yes. So she clearly knows her stuff as well.
Nice move from Calcido.
She did talk to me about it before. I said, yeah, sign her as a 3-4.
So you're taking credit for that. Edwidge Lawson-Wade, what a great player. Jean-Michel into Siak.
And to be honest, I don't think that was bad defense.
You can almost sandwich her the way the Japanese would have sandwiched the Spanish bigs last night. If you want to call them bigs.
Yeah, Astuendor is very tall.
Good idea. Just didn't catch it. Chet passes it off to Chechuan, who's had the hot hand and continues to have the hot hand. 24-13 with Chechuan wreaking havoc.
I mean, you saw Valerie Ayayi and Alexia Charteroux ready to check in, so I imagine maybe Chak Chong's going to take a break, but you kind of just want to leave her in and see what happens.
I know. I mean, I wouldn't take her out until she starts missing.
3 for 3 from 3. And if I was scouting Chachong before this game, I wouldn't say leave her open at 3. I wouldn't say make it easy, but if you're going to give up anything, I would give up the 3, because typically she has been more of a penetrator. But clearly you see the 3-point field goal stats there, and I'm wrong.
Well, Johannes was wide open for her 3, and Chechuan's been open for all but one of her threes.
Yep.
I mean, that was a sort of a hand in the face.
A hand late, that's for sure.
Here it is right here. There's nobody within a country mile. Maltzy was running at her. Three of 3. 4 rebounds, 9 points, 3 from deep. Pavlopoulos playing a lot of minutes here early. Ooh, Maltzy, a lot of arc, and hits it. I think she just feels it, to be honest.
And already, she looks more confident and more comfortable compared to the game yesterday that we did.
Yayi's checked in, number 11. And the pass to Siak. And that was better. Kristanaki almost...
and I like what she did. She didn't really go for the steal because she knew she wasn't going to be able to actually catch the ball, but she did a good job of batting it away from the post.
Yep. There's Ayayi. Well, they're going to leave her open, and they live to tell the tale. Now can they get the rebound? They committed, the Greeks had to commit everybody to get that ball, just to tie him up. In the final minute, it's already an uphill struggle for Greece, and Maltzy is basically playing out of her skin. So it is a monumental task for this team to beat France. Kozma, they swing it to Kristanaki. She's got to put it up. She gets it up just in time. What a shot. Great play from Kristanaki. Awareness again of how much time was on the shot clock. 7-second difference in the game clock and shot clock. And Fasula
just battling down low with Siak.
How in the world did Kristinaki make that?
I think the Greek gods helped her.
Well, I mean, Siak was there ready to block it. Bouchette now to Sarah Michelle. Peru, and again the ball bounces out. And Kristinaki is so desperate not to allow the offensive rebound, runs into Bouchette.
And I think that's the 5th foul in this quarter. Yeah, see, you gave up another offensive rebound, you fouled on it, and now France has a chance to go gain 2 points.
Now this is a good move to get Maltzy out for the final 7 seconds. But I would put her right back in at the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, I think it's just to give her, you know, in between quarters, what is it, 2 minutes? So maybe just that extra minute, 30-second breather. And I feel like Maltzy, it might be up to her. You know, like, okay, coach, I've caught my breath.
Okay,
I've had something to drink.
So Bouchette knocks it out of her hands. There's still a little bit of time, 3.6 seconds to go. What are they going to run here? So go to the defense to Fasula. Siak knocks it out of bounds, 1.4 seconds to go.
I mean, really, it's a catch and shoot, right? You don't necessarily have to tip it in with 1.4, but...
Samadi, nope. Well, again, 26 points, that's a lot to give up. A lot of that is down to Chatouan and her fast start. 26-17 France after 1.
Esta Copa del Mundo de Baloncesto Femenino FIBA 2019.
Five of 8 from deep. That's not gonna help you, but that tells only a small part of the story of this game. France also just owning the boards, 6 of their 11 rebounds on the offensive glass. And Greece have only got 5 rebounds in total. And they just are really struggling to box out.
They are, and we saw it happen yesterday. And against good teams, you have to, if you're not as talented as the team that you're playing, as your opponent, the big thing is you have to box out, because that's not really about talent. Boxing out, I mean, it's not a skill set, it's kind of a drive.
Size.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not about size, it's about drive, it's about want. Of course you have to learn positioning, you have to understand those kind of things, but it's easy to learn to box out. Okay, so if you're playing a team that's a little bit more talented than you, you have to box out because you don't want to give them second chances, because as soon as you give a good team second chances, they're going to score. And you also have to kind of control the tempo a little bit more. You want the tempo to be in your favor. You don't want to play to the pace that your opponent is used to and that benefits from. And I think Greece needs to do a better job of that in this second quarter. I also really need to see Spanu step up. Yeah. Because we didn't see it yesterday. We haven't seen it today. She averaged 10 points for them last year in Eurobasket. We need her to do that in this tournament.
Well, that was a good sequence from Greece, but not able on the offensive end to turn it to points. Stamati, good hands. Knocking the ball away from Michel, but Sarah Michel gets it back. Chateauroux. And this time the long rebound goes to Stamati. Christinaki goes up against Sarah Michel, who held her ground. And Siak crashed into Fasula. Ayayi kind of flies in. And foul call to Fasula. Yep,
it was a great call by the ref, and you watch Fasula and you wonder with age if she'll become a little smarter, because she had great positioning. Ayayi was not going to make that. And you bailed her out right at the last second with her left arm, leaving that plane, right? You know, they talk about the plane and you have to be straight up. You can't pass the plane, and she sure enough did with her left hand.
Kalsidou comes back in, and now Fasula will take a seat. Nicolopoulou also comes in for the first time now for Pavlopoulou. There's just not really any size. Well, now Spanu's in there, but nothing comparable to what France has. Little jab step and then hits the jump shot. There's Kalsidou. Showing signs of the good Kalsidou. Siak gets inside, and Kalsidou with the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Stamati. Again, same play, same result. That's why we said she's the key player.
I mean, that
somebody other than Maltzy's got to step up.
We talked about it. She had 5 points yesterday, right? If this team wants to be successful, people need to help Maltzy, and she is one who is very capable of doing that.
I mean, imagine what Karamidas must have been like last night with Kalsidou. Remember the, what was it? Streetcar named Desire? Stella! Please! Step up! So, timeout, France, and Kalsidou has come to the fore. And Garnier wants to nip this in the bud. But that was a mismatch. I mean, in a way, okay, maybe you don't have as much size as France, but then you use that to your advantage.
Exactly. So if you're playing against someone who's a lot taller than you, what do? You have to bring them out.
You bring them out, and
you bring them out, and then you try and beat them. If they don't come out and they have their hands down, you do what Kalsidou did. You knock down the shots from outside. As soon as Siak kind of does go out a little bit past her comfort zone, you got to go by her and draw people or go up strong yourself. And, you know, another thing you talk about against big bigs as well is you beat them down the court, because they typically are a little bit slower. And so if you're, you know, you have the trouble on one end, but how do you punish them on the other end? And those are a few things that Greece should look at when Siak is on the court.
Well, Garnier's answer is to get Siak out and to put Gruda back in.
I mean, when you have a talented team like Coach Garnier does, what do? You go with an all-star like Gruda, who also, like Maltzy, younger. She's only 30, but she also has an incredible resume as well.
Oh, she's gone up. She might have gotten a call there, maybe. Here's Spanu. Turns. There. Oh. Just able to get it. Nice touch pass. Stamati. And good rebound from Ayayi as Spanu tried to tap it to Christinaki. Maybe might want to drop down and help out. And what they don't want is for Chalcidiou to get into foul trouble with Greece, which he's prone to do. She's well-traveled. WNBA, played in Russia with the Katerinburg.
You name it. Russia, Turkey, France.
Have they just called a foul on Chalcidiou? Goodness me.
He does not like that call. Let's see here.
Watch. Well, she had her right arm wrapped around a Yayi.
I mean,
I can see why
it's
she
a rough
called
call.
it.
Yep.
It's maybe a bit of a tough call, but on the other hand, you can see why she did it. 2-3 zone. Oh, charge on a Yayi. They have called a technical foul on Chalcidiou. Wow.
They called flopping on Chalcidiou.
Yep.
So she has picked up
3 fouls in the space of 20 seconds, having just brought Greece back into the game.
Let's see this.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's enough contact there.
I think there's quite a bit of, I mean, you can't.
I'm sorry, but.
There are floppers and people who exaggerate, but I actually think she had enough contact that I wouldn't have. Or you give her a warning. A lot of times you see refs say, come on, get up. I'm surprised he didn't give her a warning before he called that.
Well, exactly.
That's what I'm more surprised about. So, yeah, so she's going to stay in the game. She did have 4 fouls yesterday, which put her to the bench quite a bit during the game against Canada.
Well, she's got 3 now.
I mean, 3 with 7 minutes left. Then again, there were 3 and 20 seconds.
Got to fight through the adversity if you're Greece.
You know,
and
maybe
other people have to step up.
Maybe this motivates them a little bit. They think they were kind of hard done by on those last 3 foul calls from for Chalcidiou.
Maltzy able to get that off. Oh, great effort from Kristanaki. She had a Yayi behind her, then Michelle came in. Nikolapoulou. They would love, again, for Spanu to start shouldering some of the scoring load. Step back 3. Good! She can't do it anymore.
Do you know how easy that looks for her? And let me tell you how difficult that shot is.
Well, she's probably one of the few players that's going to take it like that. Charteroux, nope. Gets the rebound back. Turnaround from Gruda. And Spanu collects the rebound. This is to Maltzy. It's a 5-point game. Greeks playing with a lot of heart tonight. A lot more savvy. A lot more intensity. And which was curiously absent, as you said last night. It was just inexplicable.
Yeah.
Where was it?
This is, we talked yesterday before the game, and I said, the Greek, they play with so much heart. That's what's going to keep them in a game, going to give them a chance to win. And they proved me wrong yesterday. So I don't know. I imagine Maltzy, Chalcidiou, and the leaders of this team said, that wasn't us yesterday. That was very uncharacteristic. Let's fix this. What can we control? And your effort, your heart, that you can control. And we're seeing that here today.
Even a win tonight, an upset, which would be massive. Oh, there's Maltzy. Oh! Alvina Maltzy just bow down right now, folks. Greatest Greek player of all time.
She is a Greek goddess in the world of basketball.
And showing us everything right now. Back to a 2-point game.
Keep in mind, in the 2004 Olympics in Greece, Maltzy averaged over 20 points a game. She was 3rd in that tournament.
Johannes answers with a 3. I don't think you can fault Kristinaki too much on that. Wow. Wow. What did she do now, Nikolopoulos? She stuck her leg out and tried to trip Duchette or Berenice.
I think Berenice fell on top of her, and then maybe Nikolopoulos had a reaction, which warranted it's an unsportsmanlike. I think that's what we'll see here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good demonstration by the ref after of what she did. I mean, I get it. You're not really thinking in those kind of situations. You want to get the player off you because you want to get up and get down the court as well. So it's sort of like this automatic reaction. But in that case, it was very obvious. And I don't think it was a bad call by the American ref.
It's unfortunate. They got it back to 2, but Johannes hits a 3, and then an unsportsmanlike foul. You could argue that Greece have been their own worst enemies tonight with the sequence of calls, but it's on the other hand, maybe it, like you say, it fires them up.
Well, let's put it this way. They haven't just bowed out over by the calls that they don't agree with. We have the advantage of being able to look at the replay, and maybe the one rebounding on Calcido, I'm not sure. The flopping technical, I'm not sure. I think she deserved a warning first.
Yeah.
But I think it's motivated them a little bit.
That time the pass went off of Maltzy's hands. Williams back in. Swinging it to Johannes. Step back. Air ball. Good hand in the face that time from Nikolopoulos. It is to Spanu, and she thought, I'm about to walk. I better get rid of this.
You know, I don't think she picked up her pivot foot.
It looked a bit funny.
It did look awkward, but I'm not quite sure it was a travel.
Gruda out to Berenice now, and Tetuan's open again. This time off the back of the iron.
I think she sat for too long. She got cold.
So it's foul Kristinaki, I think, for holding on to Gruda. I mean, look at this.
I'm not sure. I just think it looked incredibly awkward.
What about that lady with her hands on her head?
She
was
was
amazed
surprised.
that nothing was called. What a pro. I tell you what, we have been so lucky today. I mean, we've seen 2 good games already. Even the decisive win by Canada was good fun watching because Korea really came to life in the second half. The last game was incredible. Senegal winning over Latvia. And this World Cup Women's World Cup rather, has really come to life today for us. You know, Japan winning in overtime against Belgium in the other arena. Nikolopoulos got to do a better job of that. Spanu. Now look, only Maltzy can take this shot and have a chance to make it. She doesn't. Good hustle, Spanu, but it's not enough. They got to have the floor burns to have a chance. Berenice. Gruda, short. Spiridopoulou. Now Maltzy, that's a long three.
Probably not the wisest. You saw her look over to coach, put her hand up, said, "My bad." But she's not going to get a ton of open looks.
That's right. And Gruda fouled. Got to be careful, Greece. They've already been, they just want to get to halftime, stay within striking distance here.
Yeah.
You don't want any more technicals.
No.
And she got hammered by Spiridopoulou.
Spiridopoulou came in a little late, bodied her, didn't let her go up.
And it was on Spiridopoulou. So Sula coming back into the game. The daughter of Kanyatis Vasoulis, one of the Greece legends. Spanu, hey, you're in the game. Competitive juices are flowing. But you got to maintain control of those emotions. 7 points is the deficit.
What I like is that they are actually playing with emotion, which we did not see yesterday.
Yeah, you'd rather them be like
so
this than like this.
Have your emotion a little bit more controlled, but still let it carry you.
Lolita Lamora is fouled by Johannes. So Greece, you can see, have 12 fouls in the game. France, 2. Although that might go up to 3 now after that one.
It's a pretty big foul discrepancy.
Yeah, that's 3. Laura started last night. She's only just come in. Maltzy! A little bit more Maltzy magic.
I'm so glad that she is playing like this because people who are watching, maybe for the first time or saw her play yesterday, this is the real Maltzy that all of us know.
5-point game. Johannes back to Tetuan. And what was that, 3 seconds?
Yep. You saw them kind of calling for it last time.
I mean, you have to say everything that has gone against Greece in this first half and the way France started and the fact that Greece had possession down 5 with 2 minutes remaining, 2:07. I mean, that has got to give Greece a huge emotional lift. And for France, they must be thinking, how are we only leading by 5?
Yeah.
But granted, Maltzy's made some tough shots.
She has, but I agree. If you weren't following the score, if you didn't know the score, I wouldn't guess that France is only up 5. So I think it just shows what Greece is doing. It is working. I think they were a little bit on the raw end of a couple calls.
I think there were some tough calls.
But I do think that all those things, they come back eventually, They do, yeah. And this woman right here is a big reason why they're only down 5.
Yeah, the greatest Greek of all time. Greek women's basketball player. They should put a bust of her up at the Parthenon. Why not? The Acropolis. She's the type of player, again, just like Johannes for France, that you will pay to watch.
Absolutely.
Because she does special things. And if you're Fasula right now and these other Greek players, you should really be drawing inspiration from them, to be honest. And wanting to work harder and harder at your craft to make sure Greece remain in that top tier of European basketball. So you're competing at FIBA Eurobasket Women's, World Cups.
You're qualifying for World Cups.
Yeah.
Next step is qualifying for the Olympics. I mean, obviously they were there in 2004 because they hosted.
Nice pass, and Fasula did not make it. Just probably got to bank that one in. She's got to use the glass. Great drop down, hands up. Now Mian has the hands up. Tetouan, shot clock winding down. Great defense from Spiridopoulou. Another good defensive stand by Greece. I think they've figured out how to guard the French out on the perimeter. Quick pass to Fasula, puts it up. And she's got to work on her finishing.
Yeah, I think that was a little rush. Her feet weren't really set.
And I don't think you need to make that foul if you're Lamura, but anyway, you've put Johannes on the line.
Yeah. Again, time and score. You have to know the foul count. Johannes wasn't looking to get to the basket on that play. Just keep her in front of you, play good defense. You've just had a great sequence of defense.
I think if I would be tempted to bring Fasula out and sit her down just for the rest of this half and let her think about her last 2 shots.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Not to mention the fact that she was pretty tired.
Maybe she was just a little intimidated. She thought Gruda was going to come over and block her.
Yeah, she got rid of it quickly twice. 4 fouls on France. No free throws yet. Berenice. Oh, beautiful pass. Boy, that was clever from Calcidu as well as Lamura.
It was. You saw them make eye contact.
Nobody shouted in the French team.
So they're kind of in this matchup zone, Greece. Digging in, helping out, rotating.
Let Bernice have it. Gruda, she'll have that one. Miss it. Nobody boxed out. Tetouan. Well, they got a break. Tetouan. Plenty of time here. Maltzy, that's off to the right. Oh, she backed it in! The bank is open! It's Sunday night in Tenerife. And the bank is open for Lavina Maltzy, and why not? She has been utterly sensational. Now Johannes. Somebody's got to take it for France. Over to Gruda, who's going, oh, wide open, Tetouan! And Greece, really, their fans are going to give them a standing ovation for coming back in this game. France were on top early, and it's almost as if their character was called into question, and Maltzy has answered the call, including with this one. Goodness me.
And, you know, we had the perfect angle for that. You said it's off to the right. No, it was the perfect angle for the bank.
Oh, look, she's like, okay, maybe I didn't call it. 38-36, France on top of Greece in what looks like could be a classic here in Tenerife.
Del Estado. Y es que en loterías apuestan por el deporte y estamos con los maestros de la
yeah, I mean,
at one point, France were annihilating them from 3-point range. But Greece.
But look at those turnovers for France. You have 8 turnovers. I think that's a little bit too much against a non-pressuring defense. And they're also going back to a matchup zone. They're not denying. They're not going for steals. So I think that's way too many turnovers for this French team. And here we see Chachong, who just started red hot. She was 3 for 3 from the 3-point line in the first quarter. And then she went out. I mean, she did everything that first quarter. She rebounded for them offensively. She had a block. She had assists. You see another 3. And then she went out, and maybe she sat a little bit too long because she came back in and she wasn't quite as effective. I think France just needs to go back and start doing what was working for them in that first quarter. You know, and if I'm Greece, I'm feeling pretty good about myself, you know, given the 3 questionable fouls consecutive within 24 seconds maximum, right, on Calcidu, and they're still in this game. I mean, a big reason why they're in this game is probably because of the women. Ivana Maltzy, 7 of 13, 3 rebounds. I mean, she is just trying to do everything. She's 39 years old, and she is the reason why they are at where they are. She is hustling. We've seen her run back on defense. We've seen her contest shots. She wants this win more badly than anyone else on the court right now, and that's very obvious.
Yeah, she really does. It's been inspirational stuff, and the game is shortened now. It's 20 minutes. We see some great performances, especially in the first half in this arena the last couple of days. Yesterday it was Cambage of Australia. She had the 20 points. Today, earlier, it was the 22 points from Kia Nurse. Now it's the 18 points from Maltzy. And I've got to tell you, the performance that we've seen from Maltzy quite possibly has been the most meaningful, considering her team. It's like you feel like Maltzy and Greece are up against it on every possession.
They are.
So she has to play like superhuman for them to have a chance.
Absolutely, and that's what we've seen from her in this first half. I hope it can continue. That is a lot to ask from one person. We did see Kelsidu get a little bit more aggressive. She hit those 2 consecutive shots. She needs to step up. The other person I talked about before, I would love to see her come out and have a good second half, is Spanu. She needs to score for them. You need at least 10 points from her if they want to win this game. And I really want to see her come out and have a better second half. We didn't see her play great yesterday, and she's capable of doing this. I've seen her play. I love the energy that they have right now, but you still need other people to help out Maltzy.
Or do you? Probably.
I've seen some amazing performances. At this level, it's just hard for one person to carry your team for 40 minutes. That's all.
Yeah. Although she has done it in her career.
She has done it. She's done it more than once.
Maybe not at this level at 39 years of age, although I think last year she still was the great.
She is the reason why she is here. Yeah. She is the reason, why they are here.
Well, she made the All-Star 5.
She did, and they weren't even on. Yeah, and they were not a medal team.
No, they lost in the they finished 4th. Yeah.
So
here's another look at her, and we'll just leave you with this closing shot of Evina Maltzy. Well, I think there's another one. In fact, she had the banked shot. As we go to halftime, and we'll be right back before the start of the second half.
Nos vemos. Gracias.
What you heard is what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen.
曾有诗云：“人生得意须尽欢，莫使金樽空对月。”无论苦乐喜悲，唯有酣饮才够痛快。每一次举杯，都是向收获的一切致敬。丰收葡萄酒，庆祝每一次丰收之乐。让我们畅享丰收时刻。
TCL C6 UHDTV, Una imagen excepcional merece un sonido excepcional.
曾有诗云：“人生得意须尽欢，莫使金樽空对月。”无论苦乐喜悲，唯有酣饮才够痛快。每一次举杯，都是向收获的一切致敬。丰收葡萄酒，庆祝每一次丰收之乐。让我们畅享丰收时刻。
水中贵族，百岁山。
Life that you need a little relaxation, you know? Ready? Listen to show. Listen to this. As I was saying, not about Sinclair Charles Carafine, but a man called Q2B and Dalamon, yes, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You better believe. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's free. Got to be free now. Feel good. Got to feel good about yourself. Rastaman, whoa.
38-36, France over Greece. What a first half of basketball we just watched, folks. Unbelievable. Breathtakingly good. Chachuan, she started things off. She's got 9 points. She had 3 threes, and she was also blocking shots, getting important rebounds, just doing everything for France at the very beginning. But then Maltzy happened, as it so often has in her long and famous career. Now at 39 years of age and admitting to us that she loves it more now than ever. She has 18 points. And while she hasn't done everything for Greece, she has done a lot. I mean, she scored half of their points. She has set up her teammates. She's just kind of controlled the game in terms of her passing and slowing things up. Maltzy at halftime has, in 17 minutes, got the 18 points, 3 rebounds, the 1 assist, the 1 steal. And the 1 steal was important because she hustled back, and France were about to score on a fast break, and she came up with the ball, and that triggered a break for Greece, and it kind of started a comeback. So I've got no complaints from the first 20 minutes, Shona.
I mean, if you're a Greek fan, you're very happy with being down 2. Obviously, a big part of that is Maltzy. I mean, she needs other people to step up and help her. You know, 6 points from Calcidu, not bad, but you need someone else. So I don't know if it's, you know, I keep talking about Spanu, and I want her to come out. Fasula, I think she's a lot more capable. We saw her miss a couple easy shots, which were, you know, 4 points that I think she could have converted, helped out. She would have been 8. You can't just rely on one person to score. So I think Maltzy is capable of doing this. I would love to see the game continue like this for her, but she also needs someone to help her.
But you look at France and what I might describe as an embarrassment of riches, talent in their team. And you wonder how it is they can only be up by 2 points at this stage of the contest.
Yeah, I mean, they started well. They were rebounding, offensive rebounding. You know, Greece is down 2, and they gave up 10 rebounds, offensive rebounds. That's a lot. And to only be down 2. So France needs to figure out what was working for them, go back to that, and execute it.
Don't forget, Greece actually, they seem to figure something out defensively. You described it as a matchup zone. And they were getting the hands up. And the French, you know, if there's anybody kind of, running at them, they're going to make the pass until the very last second. They're going to get rid of it. So just putting a little bit of pressure on them. Seemed like it kind of got them out of their game there late. So anyway, second half action underway. Calcidu starts along with Pavlopoulou, Fasula, and now a turnover, a Pupa, and a gift, 2 points for France from Greece. And that's hard to imagine. And they've got to do a better job than that. Great start for the point guard. And you were wondering if maybe there's some issue bothering Epupa, but she was able to come out and say.
But that's what I'm used to seeing from Epupa, and we didn't see that really in the first half. And I like that. Obviously, France have said, okay, we need to come out, we need to be more aggressive on defense, we need to try and force them into some steals, and into some turnovers that lead to steals for us and easy points. So that's what I see right here.
Pavlopoulou gets it to Maltzy. Well, she could have passed that to Fasula, but took the shot. She was open, and instead, Pavlopoulou gets the rebound and puts it up and in. And stepping out of bounds, Indimio. The game of basketball is fascinating. I mean, just when you think you figured it out and you watch a team basically lay an egg like Greece did against Canada, although a lot of that had to do with Canada being Canada. They come out and show us what they're made of. What a pass over to Spanu at Pupa. Smallest player in the court. Well, one of them gets in there, but then she has her pockets picked. Oh, Maltzy goes behind her back to elude at Pupa. Into the corner, and Pavlopoulou. Now here's where Fasula has to be smart. She doesn't want to force it, and she at least has to be able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about smart, saying don't put up a bad shot. You didn't mean a turnover, did you?
Now Gruda.
France has gone a little cold. We saw it start in the end of the second quarter. I feel like they don't have a lot of rhythm on offense.
Well, kind of the way they play, they never play you out of the game. And nice pass by Fasula to Pavlopoulou, and we've got a tie game.
And that was a great... Oh, they just awarded that to Maltzy on our screen. It was not Maltzy.
No.
A great... They took what the defense gave them, and it was a good execution and pass from Fasula.
Oh, nice turn by Gruda. Maltzy leaves her feet, gets it to Spanu. Shot clock down to 5. Spanu short, and Fasula had her hands on the ball, and Pavlopoulou kind of ran in, messed her up. I mean, you can see the areas where Fasula, she's got to work on. And Apupa hits the 3, and now France are in front by 5. Dangerous time for Greece. They've done so well to get it back close, but they've got to execute on this end of the floor now. Beautiful pass, and everything was there but the finish by Fasula. And Spanu looks like, I just took that ball right away. Here we go on the break. Great pass by Pupa. She didn't get a lot of Gruda, to be honest. Pupa's been the difference maker here in the third quarter. Getting this 3, she got that early steal and fast break. And now she passes to Gruda. And I'm with you, something's not right, because she just goes out of the game. And she's been the player making the plays.
Yeah, so I think she's, obviously something's bothering her. I know their last exhibition game right before the tournament started. She only played in two of the 3. She sat out the third. So something's bugging her.
Well, they get a reprieve, Greece, because Gruda missed both free throws. Bernice. Body contact there.
Duché.
Excuse me, Duché. I get confused with Bernice and Duché. Blonde hair.
Stature-wise, they do look kind of similar.
Now, Bernice doesn't have blonde hair, does she?
It's more brown.
Brownish. Colorblind.
But they're around the same height.
Now, Spanu. And she turns and scores. That's a sweeping play. She's up to 4 points. You say then she needs to give him 10.
At least.
And now the reach and steal by Pavlopoulou on the fast break. And Greece have cut it right back to 1 point. Unreal.
I mean, every time you kind of think France is going to pull away, Greece doesn't let them. And we haven't even seen Maltzy score yet.
And that's probably a good thing for Greece.
Yes.
Spanu battling with Gruda, and then Gruda dribbles it off her leg. Gruda shaky on the last couple of possessions. Spiridopoulou has a 3. Greece and taking the lead. Spiridopoulou. Bam. Goodness gracious.
What a good job by the Greek coach.
47. Are they going to give her the 3? They finally give it. 47-45. Wow, this is another Greek drama.
I mean, but this is great. I mean, Spiridopoulou, sorry, number 7 for Greece. She didn't play in the first half, eh?
She started yesterday, but then she came on. Yes, she came on late in the first half, I believe.
You know, he must have said to her, "Listen, I trust you. You got to go in. You got to give us something." And has she ever? And I said, this Greek team, for me, in my opinion, to win, they need other people to contribute. And so far, that's what's happened in this third quarter. And with the other people stepping up and making baskets, Maltzy will be a little bit more open. Not really open, because obviously the defense is going to be worrying about her. But I think she'll have a little breath of light to get a shot up soon.
Now, that's a great example of Fasula. She's going to be in there. She's got to contribute in some way. She made a great pass. And there, Spiridopoulou was, you know, it was one of those, if you're a Greek fan, you're like, no. And then she makes it, and you're like, yes. Now, Johannes, and if she had attempted that shot, she'd be possibly getting a 3-point play opportunity. Yeah, she lowered her arms, I guess. Conde on the call. Bichette wide open. Good. That's more like it for her in France. Go back in front. Calcidou goes baseline. Pump fake. She did everything right. She had the pump fake, but her finish wasn't quite there. What are you thinking here, Duchette? She took an early 3 and missed it, and I think that was her first attempt since. She seemed reluctant to take it.
I mean, that's not her role on this team, right?
No.
But if you're open, you have to be able to knock them down, and that's what she did.
And now Miem hits a long 2. France perhaps settling in now in the third quarter, finding a comfort zone. Calcidou, almost. Earns a trip to the line for 3-point play.
You know, you see Greece are still in that kind of matchup zone that was working for them in the first half, and I'm sure the French coaches talked about that before going into the locker room and probably, you know, went over their zone offense attack with this French team. So I imagine shots like we just saw from Andy Miem, those are the places where it's open in the zone, and I think we're going to see, you know, a few of them get to them a little bit earlier, and whether or not they can knock down the shots. But, you know, that's what they probably talked about.
Calcidou makes 1 free throw, so she's been a positive factor tonight. Calcidou, 23 minutes. She's got the 7 points, the 4 rebounds, 2 assists. She has turned it over 4 times. And almost a steal. Duchette's just hit 1. Will it be 2? And Calcidou gets the rebound. Great box out by Spiridopoulou. A nice move from there, Calcidou. And it is a tie game again. And Calcidu picks up her 4th foul. Look at this move. This is out of the top drawer, this one. You see it faster, it's nicer. Siak comes into the game, and Chris Tanaki.
Yeah, Calcidu has to go out with her 4th foul, right?
See the Greek players really getting into this. Yayi back in for France as well now. Siak and Yayi. Yayi's been quiet. She gets it over to another miss from Bouchette. Well, and we've got a tie game. Kristanaki played well in the first half.
So we see
Kristanaki's playing very positive tonight. I mean, she's quietly giving them a lot in the minutes that she's getting. She had in that first half, Kristanaki, in 8 minutes. She had the 2 points, but
it feels different. Each player feels like they're playing with more heart, more confidence. It's as though they really want this win. But it is kind of a do-or-die game for them.
Well,
I mean, you don't want to leave it till the last day.
There's Maltzi making a play on defense. Starting a break. Spiridopoulou picks it up, and then a foul called on Yayi. Spiridopoulou at the line.
And I would hate if I'm Greece to look back on this and say, you know, you look at the free throw shooting. France has gone 19 times already. This is only the 6th attempt coming up for Greece, and they're shooting 50%, 3 for 6. I mean, if you're only going 6 times, you got to be shooting close to 600%, right?
Spiridopoulou hit that big 3. Now she's made a couple of free throws. Now Spiridopoulou knows she can't kick the ball. But boy, they are concentrated. They are locked in, Greece, right now. Oh, look at that. Lamura on the pass going to the corner, anticipating.
Almost a 5-second call by France as well, I would imagine.
Quick pass to Siak. Now she's surrounded. She's brought the ball down. Wow. I can't believe she scored.
She scored with 1 second left. Might have been close to a 3-second call also, to be honest.
Well, full marks to her. Scoring in a tough situation. Tying it back up. Lamura. Spiridopoulou. Now Duchette and France look to go back in front. And Duchette falls down. And now an unsportsmanlike foul on Duchette. As Lamura tried to go for the ball, Duchette stood up and I guess impeded her progress. And they thought that she was doing it on purpose to impede her progress.
Again, another person slipped. We've seen this a few times.
Yeah, she raised her left
it's
arm.
The same thing you kind of saw with the
kick
before, right? I don't think it was really intentional. I think it's just kind of a natural reaction.
Yeah. But full marks to the refs. They're being consistent.
That's
on
exactly.
The ball.
You know, it was frustrating for what happened to Greece in the first half, I'm sure. You know, but we said these kind of things even out, and these refs are calling it as they see it. They're not favoring one team more than the other. Valerie Garnier looks a little nervous over there.
Well, let's don't forget, I mean, France have a long winning streak against Greece, and there's a long way to go in this one. Lamura dribbles inside, and Greece catch a break there. Because even if she gets to Spanu, she's going to find it hard to score. With Siak right there. Maltzy goes to work on Sarah Michelle. Oh, Michelle's tough defensively.
She is. She's also incredibly long. She has incredibly long arms, and she's fast.
And she forced Maltzy into an awful shot. She's probably one of the more underrated players in that national team. Not as much glamour, but boy, is she
Sarah
effective.
Michelle? Yeah. I had the opportunity to play with her.
Spiridopoulos fouls Johannes. Johannes needs to be careful as well with her reactions. Slamming that ball down. And here, it's almost a double dribble there from Siak. Coming up on the 11-minute mark in the game. 11 minutes left. Siak. Charteroux gets it. Surrounded. And gets free throws. France feeding it inside, trying to get that high percentage shot.
And that's where they have the height advantage. I mean, it's rough kind of bailing Charteroux out here with a foul because you had 4 defensive players. I mean, just keep your hands up.
She was in that Eurobasket squad last year, wasn't she, Charteroux?
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she's lost a little bit of weight.
I mean, she played a lot more this year with Bourges in the domestic league and Euro League than she did her first year at Bourges. So I think she's just kind of coming into her own. I actually love her as a basketball player. She might not be the most athletic, not the fastest, doesn't jump the highest, but I think she has an incredibly high IQ, and she has a beautiful shot.
5 seconds on the shot clock, and that's multi-time! 21 points. Write it down.
I mean, if you give her an inch, she's going to make it.
Spanu knocks it away. Siak does a great job of keeping it alive, but it goes out of bounds and over to Greece.
How much heart are they playing with? This is why they're up. It's their energy. It's their effort. It's the little things.
Greece are playing like a team possessed. And quite frankly, I mean, it is inspirational stuff. It shows what can be accomplished if you really think about what you're doing and if you're locked in. But also, you have to have a leader in your team like Maltzy to get through those difficult moments, and there were plenty in early on in the game.
I mean, this is why we love sport, because no one would have guessed that, going into 18 seconds left in the third, Greece is up 3 with possession of the ball, possibly can go up 5, 6. I wouldn't have said that going into this game.
Now this could be a good, if France were to come back and win this game, and obviously they're only down 3, this could be a really good win for France to survive a close call like this. I mean, sometimes you have to win very awkward games.
Like a learning experience is what you're saying. To be able to fight through some adversity throughout the game, big shots, big plays, a lot of passion, a lot of effort and energy from this Greece team. And how have France responded? Are they going to be able to pull it off? There's 10 minutes left. Sorry, 10 minutes and 18 seconds. But a lot of time.
I think it really kills France, you lose Celine Dumer as your point guard, and you need a Pupa. And when she's out there, she's playing great at the start of the third quarter, and then she has to leave. And that's an area where you can notice they're struggling. They turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And she was out there making plays.
Minute restriction.
Yeah, they miss her. So Greece may be catching a break with a Pupa out of action. Saying that Bernice in the game now, who knows? She might come out and make some big plays. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. Maltzy shakes and bakes, gets in, goes strong to the basket. That's a 5-point lead. Thank you very much.
We just talk about how athletic that move was from the 39-year-old Maltzy.
Alarm bells ringing in Paris. The French are down against the Greeks. 59-54, 10 minutes remaining.
Corresponde donde tú quieras ir a tirar. Y yo me quedo aquí con Salazar, que te va a mirar muy atento.
Well, 8 threes for France, 6 for Greece. A lot less trips to the line, but saw inside the arc there a lot more success for Greece, and they're getting some good looks and good high percentage shots, like that last play by Maltzy, who shows she's still explosive. She still has that good first step to get around not one but two players.
Yeah, I want to find out who her strength and conditioning person is. It's clearly he has been helping her. He or she, sorry. But no, do you know what I love is that Greece is up 5. Great third quarter. You know, they outscored France 23-16. But Maltzy only had 5 points. And they came at the end. So what I really like here is, you know, we talked about it at halftime. I said, for Greece to win, you need other people to step up. And that's exactly what they did. And that's why I think they're up right now.
And who steps up for France in this situation?
I mean, I'm going to look at Joanna's and I'm going to say, okay, I know you're young, well, younger, 23, but 2 for 6. You know, I called you out at the beginning of the game. I said you're one of the most exciting players in the women's game. Show me. And also, you know, the veteran Miam. I think she needs to keep some calm, hit some open shots.
Look at that. Pupa enters the game and immediately gets an assist to Charteroux. France have come out at the start of the second half and also at the start of the fourth quarter and got easy baskets. Oh, beautiful pass, Spanu. And that was all Maltzy. The concern about getting in front of Maltzy led to Spanu getting open, and now Charteroux answers. Well, here you go. Charteroux maybe is the answer for France. That's 2 consecutive times layups for her.
You know, I've seen her start a quarter and score 9 consecutive points.
Good sportsmanship by Pupa. Johannes just walked away. Johannes a little frustrated. But look at this play. She draws the D, and Spanu very alertly cuts to the basket and gets in there ahead of Miam and a Pupa. Maltzy on the baseline. She misses, but there for the follow. Lamura is going to be warned about interfering with the ball as it goes through the hoop. I don't know why she would do that. Next 6 points for Lamura. Back to a 5-point lead for the Greeks. In terms of World Cup results, if Greece were to win this would go down as a colossal result, really. Colossal. And I'm not saying I'm wanting it to happen, but I'm just saying it would be unbelievable, considering yesterday's events.
It would definitely make...
And now the pass from Charteroux.
This group a lot more interesting.
Goes out of bounds. Yeah.
You know, we were talking earlier how we kind of expected the game Tuesday between France and Canada being the game that is going to be the deciding factor of who comes out, who's first in the group, who finishes second, and might not be the case.
Kristanaki picks it up before the turnover. And Lamura, I'll tell you what, she didn't do anything yesterday, but today she's playing ball, and Maltzy hits another three-pointer. Their biggest lead of the game, 8 points. Miam for three. Good. Boy, she took that like a free throw.
The answer from the veteran, Andy Miam.
Spiridopoulos is going to inbound the ball. Attempt to anyway. To Lamura.
You see France switching everything now on defense.
Maltzy gets in the lane. Hands it off to Spanu. And draws the foul from Chechuan. And very good for Spiridopoulos to get over there and pick Spanu up off the court. You need to do that as teammates. But this is, again, it's all Maltzy. Draws the defense. And Spanu is just capitalizing. The double team comes, you got to go to the basket.
And I said before the game, I said it at halftime. I've seen her play. I've seen her play some good basketball, and I didn't think the game that we saw against Canada, the first half, it's not what I knew of her. And the second half, she's really come out, and this is what she is very much capable of doing, and this is what this Greek team needs.
Misses some free throws, the Greeks. And Spanu misses 2 more. Pupa avoids the defender. Johannes now to Pupa to Miam. Spiridopoulos picks up the foul. They'd rather Miam go to the line than get a layup. France at the line today are shooting 67%. So is that something that the assistant coaches are tracking? They know this, and they're like, well, you know what? If anything, put them on the line. If it's going to be an easy 2, I mean, not for any reason, but Miam's pretty solid at the line.
She's not someone who I'd want to foul.
Charteroux takes a seat. Gruda back in there. So that causes another problem for Greece, and Kalsidou has those 4 fouls.
And this is where I think the bench of the Greek team French team
gives them the advantage.
Yes.
Spiridopoulos brings it up the floor. And Akupa keeping the ball out of Lamura's hands. She's going to post her up. She's going to try. She does. She misses the shot, though. And Akupa knocks it out of bounds. That's an interesting development that. I didn't think about that, posting up Akupa. But the problem that Lamura has is she has to be able to finish it.
Yeah.
She didn't come close on that one.
Or, make a play thinking about passing it out.
Shot clock down to 4. Well, Maltzy has to put one up. And Lamura, what hustle, what a pass, what a play!
I mean, Greece has said, okay, this is where our advantage is.
Lamour's playing like All-Star 5 tonight. Seriously. She has these moments.
We saw her do that last year at Eurobasket. We did.
Yeah, she did. Was it against Turkey in that great win that they had?
Yeah, I think so. The win that they needed.
She was like All-Star 5 in that game. Epupa gets inside, puts it up. Spiridopoulou with the rebound. 6.5 minutes remaining. Guessing the Spanish fans coming in for their game expected France to be well on top. And boy, are their eyes being open. And traveling was the call. Spiridopoulou, I think Karamidis is like, you got to pass that.
Great offensive rebound, and just to know it all that Spanu was under the basket. I just see so much more hustle out of this Greek team tonight than I did yesterday.
Spanu with 8 points. Now Johannes goes behind her back, gets it back. Mian. Epupa at the line. Good. Right at the shot clock buzzer. That was big time.
That was big time. And it was well defended.
They're just a different team when she's on the floor. Maltzy to Spanu. Offensive foul called on Maltzy. Great play once again by Epupa. Steps in front of Maltzy, takes one for the team. I mean, there's not too many things that Epupa has done wrong tonight.
In the second half.
In the second half.
Yeah, I didn't really recognize her. I didn't notice her in the first half.
She was anonymous.
Yes.
Oh, what a move. Johannes. And now the charge on Johannes.
I mean, we said they call it fairly. I didn't mean the rest had to make the same call at both ends consecutively.
Here we go, look at this.
I mean, that is basically what Epupa did.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great call. Good job by Spanu getting in the lane.
Spiridopoulou loses it. Over and back. No, they're saying that they didn't get it across in 16 seconds. That's one of those turnovers for Greece. They've got to be able to demonstrate, they've got to be able to prove that they can close this game out.
And that's what I'm worried about. There's still a lot of time left, Jeff. And for them to be playing at the energy and the effort level that they are, it takes a lot out of you. And to be able to do that for 40 minutes is difficult. I'm not saying they can't, but...
Maltzy's out of the game right now, and you give up an easy one. And France close the gap to 1. And again, they're struggling to get the ball across big court. And again, and that is an unsportsmanlike. And I think the Greeks have shot themselves in the foot big time by taking Maltzy out of the game and trying to get Spanu on consecutive possessions to bring the ball up the floor.
I mean, she's back in. She didn't go down for long.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Great play from behind by Johannes to knock it away. And Epupa.
They got lucky.
They did, but nevertheless, they've got possession. So less than 5 minutes remaining now. You saw the foul trouble. Johannes has 4. Epupa has 3. Calcidu and Spanu each with 4 fouls. That was Spanu's 4th. Gruda. Over to Epupa. Wide open. Chachuan. One hustle from Johannes, but she triggers a fast break. But Spiridopoulou holds it up.
Not a bad idea there. Slow it down, get a good look.
Shorten the game. Calcidu up high. Shot clock winding down. Lemura puts it up. And she had the rebound, but then Ipupa took it away from her. And then Maltzi knocks it away, saves it in bounds. Gosh, chaotic scenes in Tenerife. Almost a steal. Miam puts France back in front.
Mia might be the clutch player here down the end of the stretch for France.
Well, she has been, without question. She hit that big three-pointer. Now Maltzi for three. And Calcidu has fouled out of the game.
And right now you see her coach going over to her because the last thing you want is for her to foul out and then get a technical. It's not what the team needs.
So she fouled Johannes. And now France trying to extend their lead. And Spanu again in the foul trouble herself. Oh, look at that. Great play by Kristanaki. Oh, but then Ipupa hustles down. Well, what hustle from Ipupa. Incredible.
And I said she's been looking slow. I didn't say slow. I said she's not on her game. Something must be bothering her. She's not as quick. Well, she just proved me wrong.
7 steals for France, 10 for Greece. Johannes doesn't look like a sure thing out there. Now Ipupa. And hustling it down, Spiridopoulou. Maltzi gets it across midcourt in plenty of time, pulls up for three. And now the ball batted away, but Spanu doesn't see it. Do they get it across in time? Yes, they did. By a second. Oh, that's 2 shots. Ipupa just missed a couple. Oh. I guess it's hard to fault Maltzi taking that quick three, considering how she's played overall today. But it's, you know, when you look back on it, you think, well, you know, she had the open look, so she's like, I need to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ipupa, in free throw form, has gone AWOL.
This is something to think about going, you know, last few minutes of this game. Okay, Ipupa has missed 4 in a row.
Look at the extra effort by Maltzi to get the ball on the missed rebound or to bat it away. Lemura was like walking a tightrope. Spiridopoulou off the front of the rim. Now Greece struggling to put the ball in the basket. Gruda, bounce pass, Michelle, and the ball gets away from Mia. But now they're scrapping, and Lemura gets it to Maltzi. And she knows that Ipupa is lurking, so she holds it up. Under 2 minutes to go. Can't get him to fall, the turnaround, and now Ipupa again. And Greece have gone ice cold at the worst possible time.
They have, and that's what I was worried about. I mean, they use so much energy. I mean, they've been playing with...
Chechuan pulls up, long jumper. And Gruda with the rebound takes it back outside. Now Michelle, she can shoot it as well. Miam surrounded, Spanu ties her up. Possession arrow, Greece. Boy, that's a risky play by Spanu with 4 fouls, but...
You play the way that you play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't change. Obviously, you need to know time and score, but, I mean, yeah, risky, that's the way she plays. She was aggressive. She stayed aggressive. I like that. So, you know, let's think about this. There's a minute 20 left. Greece has the ball. Pupa's still in the game. So if you don't get a score here, yeah, I mean, Greece hasn't scored for 5.5 minutes. Hopefully they get a score down here, and then do you just play good defense? Do you maybe foul and put a Pupa on the line because she has missed 4 consecutive? What do you do? I mean, it depends on your tactic as a coach and your belief as a coach, right? But
and you also wonder if Garnier might be thinking about her free throw shooting lineup right now.
Yeah, and you know that 5.5 minute drought that we've seen by Greece.
Boy,
They really, that's like, look at the point scoring. France has 20 bench points. I mean, they've just been able to go so much deeper than this Greece team. Don't get me wrong, the people who have come in for Greece, I think, have contributed and been great, but they're not quite at the same level talent-wise as the French players. So these girls have been giving an incredible amount of, these women have been giving an incredible amount of energy and time. I mean, you have Maltzy, 39 years old, 40 in a couple months, playing 35 minutes. Spenu, 33. They're in the 30s, in the 20s, and, you know, Gruda's played 27, Chachong, 28.
Fasula's in the game. Maltzy. Now is not the time to think of your mortality. And Maltzy, great defense by France, forces Maltzy into a turnover. And now Chachong goes down, and France struggling a little bit, just holding on to the ball. Final minute. White knuckle time, folks. Chachong for 3. It's an air ball. Fasula able to... Oh, Fasula has got to be able to hold on to the ball. And now a foul called on a Pupa.
And we're going
diving
to free
for
throw
the loose
line.
ball. And Kristanaki has free throws. The Greek commentator.
Crazy.
The Greek commentator stands up and tells Greece to go down the other way.
So, you know, Kristanaki, 0 for 2. Greece is only 5 for 10.
Boy, she crashed her head on the hardwood.
Take a tumble.
So she's 0 for 2.
Sorry, she's 0 for 2. They're only 5 for 10 on the game. Not that France is shooting that much better. 16 to 27.
And boy, she just can't buy a
free
free throw
throws
right now.
might be big in this last 46 seconds.
Interesting how Pavlopoulou played quite well, but she hasn't been able to get back in the game. I guess because Lamour has played so well. She does tie it up at 69. High drama, folks. Greek drama. France they have faced just a resilient, locked-in Greece tonight.
They really have. I mean, we saw the French coaches in the stands yesterday during the Canada-Greece game, and this is not what they expected. If they thought Greece was going to come out like they played yesterday, it was a shock to their system. And that being said, I mean, look at this free throws, which I'm talking about, heading down last 45 seconds. We're gonna see quite a few free throws with a tie game at the end of this game. So this could be big.
France haven't scored in 3:10.
If I'm France right now, I go to Endimium. That's who I'm putting my money on. I think they need to run a play for her. I think she needs to shoot the ball. My bet's on Endimium to you know, lift them right here.
We could see, like, you know, Johannes has the capability, the ability to break down defenses off the dribble, but we also saw her charge.
She's struggled tonight. She has not been spectacular.
Whereas
like
Miem
she
has
has
been
been.
able to, yeah.
Miem, I feel, is a little bit more clutch right now.
Final 45 seconds. And Pupa goes baseline, gets back out to Gruda. She's going to take it. She's going to make it. Sandrine Gruda, clutch performer, the pro, the player with the long resume, the CV. Now somebody's got to make a play for the Greeks, and you know who the obvious candidates
Fasula
are.
here has a big mismatch. I mean, you got to go into her.
But
Johannes!
And now Pupa.
I mean, you need to foul if you're Greece. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they fouled the wrong person. They fouled Miem.
Way too late. You had to foul right away.
I see you have the mismatch with Fasula, but her game hasn't translated to that being the play you want to make for me.
But
you have to get the ball in the hands of Maltzy
and let her
create, in my opinion. Oh, well, Maltzy would say give it to Fasula. But
good job by
Johannes. She just made a great defensive play.
But here, I mean, it took Greece 10 seconds to foul. How do you not know that? How have you not talked about this? Saying, okay, if we don't score, if France scores, and the last time out that happened, that France took, if France scores, you say, okay, if we don't score, we have to foul right away.
Yeah.
This should have been talked about in the last time out. And maybe it was, and they just forgot.
Now, at the end of the day, all is not lost for Greece if they lose this game. They still play Korea.
They still play Korea.
For a winner-take-all spot to advance. And now it's a two-possession game. And the problem with that pass to Fasula was it was not a bounce pass.
No.
If it's a bounce pass...
You also have to read the defense. I mean, we saw Johannes on her bottom side, right? Her baseline side. Not necessarily three-quartering, but she was favoring that. And also... If I'm talking to Fasula, I know she's young, you know, she's still up and coming. She hasn't been around that long. She's only 21, but you got a little on you. You got to make sure you make contact with them, and you got to come to the ball. You have to know Johannes has 4 fouls, so she's not going to try and foul. She wants to end this game on the court. And so you're looking at your big and you're going, make contact, and then come to the ball after that. So, a little. I saw Johannes on the baseline side, so don't pass it to the baseline side. Pass it to the middle. Just little things, which I think Greece can definitely take away from this. And what's disappointing is, you know, I'm going to go look at the stat sheet after this game if I played in it.
Yeah,
and you look at the free throws. I know they only shot 12, but you only shot 50%. Let's say you shot 80%. You know, you're only down 1 right now if you shot 80%, right? Give yourself 3 more free throws. So it's just disappointing. And, you know, it's not over for Greece, like you said. They're going to go up against Korea. That will be the do-or-die game.
I mean, they looked at that like they need to win that anyway.
Yeah, and we talked about that yesterday, right?
Shot clock winding down. She puts up a 3.
Oh. See, here you don't want to foul because you don't want the spread to become even larger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day,
it doesn't
it's
matter
coming
right
down
now.
to head-to-head.
Yeah, okay.
So France have received the fright of their life, and really it was, you know, Gruda basically had the guts to take the shots.
Oh, I mean, I've seen Gruda take many of those shots, so.
Yep. But we didn't really talk about her making that shot, did we? We talked about Miem.
I thought it would go to Miem. You know, maybe Johannes, if she had had a better game, it would have gone to her.
And Pupa, that's a 3. They're going to say 3 free throws?
Or was it not a shot attempt and just a foul?
I'm not sure, actually. Let's see. I think she was... Yeah, 3 free throws have been awarded. But unfortunately, now the question is, are they going to put any time on the clock?
Here, look at this.
Go forward. Forward, stop. Step by step. Okay, I need
they want to see if any time's on the
back,
clock.
back. I need this. Back. Now.
So he's trying to see when the foul happens.
Now, 0.7, okay?
Oh, no, he's looking at the score.
0.7. 0.7 in the shot.
I got to tell you, you know, and here's a teaching moment for France. What are you doing, Pupa? What are you doing?
Just back off. Be there, but just back off.
You're up 6.
I know. You know, this is
They got
what.
no chance.
Yeah, those are learning things, and they're happening in the group stage. So at least you get to learn from this, right? As opposed to in a knockout, or you know, if these
I've never seen
points
this
really count.
I've never seen this called, although I remember in 2010 at the Men's World Cup in Istanbul, Croatia were attempting a shot like that, and it looked like they might have been fouled by Serbia in exactly the same situation, but it wasn't called. And now they've called it, which, okay, where there's hope, there's life, where there's, you know, you make 3 free throws, so then you get it to 72.
I mean, it's still, it's.
And France
I guess
will
it's a
call
2-possession
timeout,
game.
I guess, in advance.
And if you somehow, but it's 0.7,
they would-
0.6.
Yeah, they would try to.
You have to tip it, right? We talked about that the other night at dinner. You have to tip it. So how do you get a steal, tip it, and then score?
I've always heard it was 0.3. If it's 0.3, you have to tip it.
Okay.
But I couldn't.
It's still difficult to get a steal and chuck up a heave of a 3, because France is going to call a timeout. They're going to advance the ball.
So what have they said? Make all 3. Definitely make the first 2. No, make all 3.
I mean, right now, if I'm Maltzy, I just make all 3.
What is Karaminas upset about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're saying she's going to check out. She has to be there to check out. She can't leave the court until the referee says. Okay, no, she's going to come in. What an unbelievable day we've had. And we still got another one to go.
Not sure it'll be quite as exciting, just looking at the scores from yesterday.
Referee telling him to sit down, France, and then they say, go tell the Greeks to sit down.
It's a little bench brawl happening.
Meanwhile, Maltzy, she was going to miss one. She wanted to make that first one. So she missed the first one. So it's back to a 4-point game. And that is going to be it.
So,
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you finish a few plays short if you're Greece, and you can go back and see where, as you said, you could have made up the difference. France survived in a Greek drama, 75-71.
I mean, the Greek always know how to put on a good drama.
They do. But this was a Greek tragedy. But seriously, at least we saw Greece play as we know Greece can play.
Yes.
And it is a case of just being able to finish out the game, and so often they're just not able to play that complete 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That they have to. A lot of that is fatigue, some experience perhaps. You know, we saw some other players tonight stepping up and getting better. And well, who knows? You know, if I'm Vasula, if I'm Kristanaki, if I'm these young players, I'm like, I can be better. I can go out and be a better player and help my national team. They do good things, but they can still do better. The free throw shooting you saw there was a struggle for both sides, and the rebounding, that battle won by France. The blocks, but the turnovers, those were costly. And
I think it's uncharacteristic of France, too, to have around 20 turnovers against a... They were a lot better today on defense, but
Well, we talked a lot about Maltzy tonight, but you got to tip your hat to Mia. I mean, she came up with some big plays. And I think if you're Greece, you go back thinking, you know what, we needed to beat Korea anyway.
Yeah.
So let's focus on the positives. And that'll be 2 days. Mian with the 20 was the only French player in double digits tonight. And we'll let you enjoy some of these highlights. And I think it's going to be interesting to see if this is a good win for France. You know, I mean, they still got pushed to the brink.
Yeah.
And they won.
And I think down the road, they'll be able to know that they played a close game and were able to pull it off. I do think this will benefit France as this tournament goes on, to be able to say, we're okay, crunch time, we can figure it out, we can execute. I'm pretty sure that the Greeks are going to go to the locker room and feel maybe a little cheated. I think they feel that the refereeing was maybe not in their favor and not fair the entire game. I mean, I thought the refs did an okay job, but I can see them having that feeling.
Yeah.
I do think it was also a great display by Greece, and I think Greece has to really believe that if they play like that, they can beat Korea and they can advance on in this tournament.
But that is not going to be an easy game, and as well as Greece played tonight, they can play just as bad as we saw against Canada, and sometimes putting two really solid performances together back-to-back for them is really difficult, as we saw last year at the Eurobasket Women.
Yeah. I mean, it is an off day tomorrow. Rest, recovery, opportunity to really, really prepare. You know, you get a whole day to prepare. You're going to have a full practice, not just a shoot around.
Tell you, you watch Mian play, and we've been singing the praises of Maltzy, but you really do have to salute these French veterans in difficult moments. You know, they all make plays, and Mian is right at the top of the list. I mean, gosh, she's been in this national team a long, long time.
Yeah, she has. I mean, she's an Olympic medalist. She is a WNBA player, just playing with the Minnesota Lynx this summer. Yeah, I mean, if honestly, Joanna's, what I liked was everyone's thinking about Joanna's. Everyone knows Joanna's for this French team. And she does bring a little bit of a different style. So that's also why a lot of people are talking about her. But it's as though tonight, Gruda and Andy Miam said, hey, don't forget about us.
Well, it's because of that. You see France at 2-0 in the standings behind that high-flying Canada. Greece 0-2, as well as Korea. They will play each other in 2 days for the right to advance to the qualifications for the quarterfinals. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Με άκουσες, έτσι. Και πιο νωρίς. Αν δεν έχεις διαφήμιση και τώρα, μίλα μου. Πιο νωρίς μπορείς. Μπράβο, μπράβο, μπράβο. Σε 1-10 στον αέρα. Οκ, εντάξει, εντάξει. Εντάξει, μην ανησυχείς. Σε 1 λεπτό στον αέρα.